basically what they did to me was equivalent of, you watch mafia movies?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know when they take that ride in the car, you know what I'm saying? And he's riding in the front seat. You know what's gonna happen. If you riding in the front seat and you got two dudes in the back, you know what's gonna happen. But what happened with me was, normally they shoot you in the back of the head and then they speeding on the freeway or whatever, they throw you out the car and you dead. Well, when they threw me out the car, I didn't die.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just say real life street Starz. You know what time it is. Real life street. You know who we got in the building? Real legend in the building. Real legend in the building. Texas legend in the building. My boy Crawford, 1501. Man, brought his new artist through here. Little CEO. One of the hottest, one of my favorite young niggas coming out the game. You feel me?
Yeah.
Carl, man, it's been a while since you've been on the couch, bro.
Yeah, man, I had to go, you know what I'm saying? I had to go rearrange some stuff, man, and kind of get back in line with what I, got in the game to do, So, had a little turmoil for a couple of years, had to fight through all that stuff, and now we back better than ever.
Yeah, this interview, man, I wanted to go a couple different ways, man. Number one, when you come on the couch, you always give us game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You always give us game. So we definitely want that from you. We're going to get some truth out of you today, and we're going to promote the artist. Lil CEO been going crazy in the streets, man. First and foremost, elephant in the room, we all know what you've been going through. It's been publicized. It's been on the Shade Room. You versus Megan, bro, like where does that stand? It appears that she's out of the contract now.
Yeah, everything is over with. You know what I'm saying? We had we reached a settlement agreement. Everything is cool now, you know what I'm saying? They just didn't want to pay out. Unfortunately, we had to go through what we had to go through, but it's all over with now. She went her way, I went my way, and hopefully, everybody just, keep doing well.
Now, not to say this, but it did feel like when she was under 1501, she was making better music. Did you have a hand in A&R and some of the music that was coming out then, or is it?
It was the Tina Snow project is basically when I was like mostly doing everything. But the whole time she was there, they had to like approve stuff. We seen everything she was doing. We had to approve it, 1501, all that type of stuff. But for the most part, she was making her own music with producers they was working with over there with 300. You know what I'm saying? When they came in, they come in for everything. So she was kind of like doing her thing over there. But we still had to approve every single thing that she put out. So if I didn't like something, you know what I'm saying, we could dispute that. But she was bringing it.
Right.
So I wake up to Shade Room today and you see that Tory Lanez got stabbed, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Man, it's crazy.
What was your original thoughts on the whole trial and the case by knowing Megan?
By knowing them, I was just like, man, just knowing Megan, I was just like, yo, they had one of them wild nights. It's crazy, somebody going to jail for it, but I wasn't there. I don't really know what happened, you know what I'm saying? His story is one thing, her story is one thing. Of course, we like to think what we might think happened, but we don't know, you know what I'm saying? So it's just unfortunate that both sides had to even go through it because, two talented artists, both of them is affected by their choices that they made that night, and you can't never go back. It's kind of like you just kind of got to deal with, being drunk and doing all the stuff you was doing that night.
Yeah. Now there was a scenario in which you did pop out with Tory.
Yeah.
And people did feel like you was shooting like little slugs. Was that the case, or it was just nigga you just fuck with Tory?
Man, I really at that time, it was so like heated in between the two of us to where everything was on the table. They were shooting stuff. She was calling me a cokehead at the time, and you know what I'm saying? I had kids that had to like go to school and deal with that type of stuff, and so everything was on the table. We was at war at that time, So probably wasn't the best thing I should have did. I probably shouldn't have did that, but at the end of the day, we was at war at that time. Yeah,
but that nigga Pimp C did say, snort the cocaine up off a titty. You got it right. We play with our
nose. I never snort no cocaine or nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I have party and have fun when I have fun, but nothing like how she came out and said I was a cokehead. You know what I'm saying? And people started saying that stuff about me, and at the end of the day, like I said, we were just at war at that time.
You know, just listening to the story, I remember listening to you say you pretty much gave her a fair contract. So there's a lot of, you know, black people that try to reach their hand out to an artist. They put a lot of money behind them, and then for whatever reason, when they make it, they don't do right by them. What advice would you give to any person that's starting a label that's building artists?
I'll just say, you know, stay on top of all your business with them. You know, keep your lawyers right there intact, because for whatever reason, it's just the business. Like I told people, I thought I was special, but then I realized I wasn't. This just kind of goes with the game. You know, artists will blow up. I joke with him about it. You know, when you gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? Because you do all this stuff, and then for whatever reason, they go meet another group of people. You know what I'm saying? And they telling them about all the bad stuff you're doing, you know what I'm saying? And that's in their head, and they probably already got some kind of pent up animosity towards you already. So you add that, plus people in your ear telling you stuff all the time, then yeah, you're gonna find a reason to just try to dispose of a person. And that's kind of what happened with me, because, you know, like I always said, I didn't have no beef with them or nothing. I just looked up one day and they was like, psh, yo, you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm out. Shit, I'm the one created this shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I ain't as hot as y'all think I am. I'm gonna put up a fight. You know what I'm saying?
But I also want to ask, because I know T. Ferris is her manager, and I know a lot of people love T. Ferris. So did that cause any division for you just in the city at all?
Yeah, it divided up the city. Well, I don't even know if it divided up the city. My city just disappointed me so much with how they just act like I didn't have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with Houston. You know what I'm saying? We gon' you know, words to say, dick ride the star every time.
Right.
And it's like, yo, bro, y'all just saw me push this girl in front of y'all, in y'all face. Nobody wanted to deal with it. No ballers with the money. All the people that you seeing, oh, we love making out. All these people, they wouldn't spend a dime in the beginning. They wouldn't say nothing. They wouldn't help. They wouldn't do nothing. But then all of a sudden, when she became a star, it was like, oh, we knew this, we knew that, do that. But before, it was like, oh, you dealing with that? You know what I'm saying? So I was just real disappointed that nobody seemed to back me. It was like everybody was kind of happy to see me go through that. But I'm from there. I came from nothing from there. So I got the grit that I knew I wasn't finna let that just go unanswered, you know?
During the war, you would say, was Erica Banks, like, did you pick her kind of to go at Meg?
The thing is, people like to say that, you know what I'm saying? But the real honest truth, I really thought she was talented. I really saw Erica while me and Megan was on good terms still. I didn't, it seemed like it was malicious, but at the end of the day, I wanted to sign Erica when me and Megan was on good terms. T. Ferris told me that probably wouldn't be a good idea, because, you know, girls don't like to have more, you know what I'm saying? Right. They want to be the only one and all that type of stuff. So I let it go, you know what I'm saying? But I kept it in my head that when things went south, I was able to hit her back up.
How do you feel about Erica's career right now?
Well, right now, Erica, she's more like known for like the hip hop stuff, the TV stuff, instead of her music. Right. You know, she's a real talented artist. That's why I came in and signed her. And I felt like she had the chance to be a star just like Megan. But, you know, she wanted to part ways. She wanted to be Megan so much, you know what I'm saying, that she wanted to do everything that Megan did, even fight with me, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to be like Megan so much, bro. She wanted to even fight with me like Megan fight with me, you know, because there wasn't no reason for us to be beefing, because I had just went through that with her. So my whole thing was like, yo, I don't want to go through this with nobody. Right. So the fact I had to go through it with her too, it was just her, you know, her management, you know, they like real arrogant people, you know what I'm saying? And they want to like listen, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want to like take my lead, you know what I'm saying? Acting like I'm trying to lead people the wrong way. I ain't been doing nothing but lead people down the right way, you know what I'm saying?
That gotta be a little frustrating, right?
It's frustrating because, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, I don't want to see none of them do bad, you know what I'm saying? I kind of, when you started something in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like having a kid, almost like, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to see them do bad or struggle and all that type of stuff, but you know, they choose other people over you, and so, you know, you just gotta give them your blessings at the end of the day. Yeah.
Now, we were robbed again, Erica Banks and Meg track, but if they were to do a track, who you think would have won that battle?
I always be thinking about that all the time, and y'all might not be robbed of it. They might come together to go against me one day. You know what I'm saying? but I don't know, cause I think they both two talented girls. Erica, you know, her writing was serious. You know what I'm saying, and Megan was a hard worker. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a good. I like to know the answer to that myself.
What do you think about Erica Banks creating the OnlyFans?
And did you subscribe?
I was surprised to see that, man, because I was surprised and disappointed to see that because, you know, I feel like, you know, no one wants to have that on their brand, you know, doing OnlyFans like that. And then the way I found out was like people just started sending me random videos, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying?
Did she ever speak about that during?
Nah, because we kind of stopped speaking too, you know what I'm saying? It just went kind of like all bad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything just kind of go bad. Once they get to a certain level and they get somewhere else, and then the one time you tell them no, you know what I'm saying? It just, you asking for it. Yeah.
Do you think, because it's like, you know, when you were accessible, like every time we saw Erica Banks, we saw Carl Crawford. Like you really were hands-on with Erica Banks. Do you feel like y'all got too familiar?
I feel like with him, I told him, he the last artist that I'm just really bringing myself around, doing like that similar stuff, because what happens is when you get around them too much, like Erica lived with me for like 10 months, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Like all that, we went through a lot. So when you around them all the time, they kind of like get comfortable with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't seem as important no more because you there every single day. So now you just like, oh, that's just Carl. You know what I'm saying? So now the respect level goes down. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that happens. And, you know, she did a couple of little things that, you know, that was disrespectful. But, you know, she tried to like, you know, belittle me on certain little outlets, you know what I'm saying, lying about not being signed to the label, all kind of like crazy stuff, you know, but I don't say nothing, you know, I learned my lesson to just go and let them talk, you know what I'm saying? After going through all that stuff with Megan, going back and forth, I didn't really know nothing about social media. I'm just like answering out raw emotion and just fucking up, you know what I'm saying? Because that wasn't the thing to do.
Did you ever push her to be like a sex symbol, or is that where she wanted to go with it?
Yeah, she kind of, when I met her, she was already wearing like little tight little clothes and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So they all wanted that. That was the era of sexy women rapping. So with that being said, yeah, I was just trying to get her, you know, dolled up. Excuse me. You know, just so she can, you know, look cute out there, have confidence, all that type of stuff. We did a lot of artist development with Erica.
When you do artist development, does that have to do with surgery and stuff like that, or is that?
Well, I tell you what, the first time, you know what I'm saying, it didn't have nothing to do with it, but we asked her, you know, the first surgery she got, we helped her get that, you know what I'm saying, and you know, I saw the confidence go out the roof, but that wasn't part of artist development, you know, it's just what she wanted at the time, and I ain't gonna lie, when the first one, you know what I'm saying, when it happened, yeah, she was turned up, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything was perfect, and I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna keep 20 bands to the side for any artist, any next girl artist that come. Yeah, I'm gonna just, you know, have that on the table, you know, because getting the BBL seemed to bring a lot of confidence to these girls.
Hey, could you sign a girl with no ass?
I think I have, huh? Let me see. I mean, I can. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm tripping, man. Nah, man. We ain't just looking for no ass.
Nah, but it ain't necessarily, it ain't necessarily you, but I'm just thinking in the world, it don't seem like there's no ugly female rappers, like all of them are fine. Like,
I mean, yeah, you know, people, you know, you gotta have the whole package, you know what I'm saying? The look, the talent, all that type of stuff. So yeah, that goes a long way with it too, you know.
When Erica would get flack, were you mentoring her about like
when she get what?
Like flack, when the internet would go against her for certain things.
Yeah, like when she was staying with us, you know, it was like, you know, stuff would be happening all the time. Like even to be honest with you, when we first posted Erica, I'm not thinking that the internet is finna like just run with this whole Megan stuff. I'm literally just trying to get her to par. I'm not even thinking that the internet finna say, oh, he trying to make a new Megan. And when we posted it and it happened, I'm like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? I was like, well, it is what it is. So, you know, they came down real hard on us. So, you know, I used to have to go tell her like, hey, you know, this kind of what comes with it. Just fight through it. You know, they do the same thing to me, all that kind of stuff. So that was one thing I give her credit for. She was hungry in the beginning, and she was willing to do whatever it took to you know, bust through and get through the industry.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out where y'all, because I just never saw y'all. I felt like you and Erica Banks was like the perfect. I thought that was finna be the.
It's just, you know, management teams and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All my problems come from managers, man. You know what I'm saying? All of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got too many people. Like in Erica's case, you know what I'm saying? When what happened with her, I had to build up a whole new team after T. Ferris and Megan did what they did, and so this new team that I built, everybody pretty much had their own private agenda. You know what I'm saying? And when the Busted record took off, everybody was like, oh, it's my time to do my big one. You know what I'm saying? Instead of us staying all together trying to like make her career get better, everybody had their own agenda. So just imagine everybody on the team not trying to do their own thing, but using Erica to do it, you know, and that just don't work when you're trying to, you know, work all together and take somebody else's level to the career to the next level.
What would you say Erica would say that you did wrong?
She probably say I didn't probably spin at the right time. You know what I'm saying? It was all about the spending, the rollout. You know what I'm saying? This and that. Her glam team. That's all you were gonna hear is my glam. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what? You know what I'm saying? I ain't flying your whole team, all your partners to New York. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But at the end of the day, sure.
What did you feel like you did wrong? If you did anything, yeah.
Well, like I said, it's just that I don't know really. I just think that we was just kind of working to fight against. We was fighting against a system that really was just kind of against us every turn we took. You know, with the Megan thing and her being so big and we coming on strong, it would just seem like it was just a struggle at every door. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling her, yo, we finna have to hustle up, you know what I'm saying? And they done got used to being lazy and just performing one song and doing all that. I'm knowing we gotta like still hustle because, you know, the Busted song is kind of going down a little bit. So, you know, you done took the time off, you got boyfriends you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying? We not in shape, you know what I'm saying? There's all kind of stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? So with all that said, it was like, we just kind of missed out in that little period of time right there.
I always wondered this. Is it tough because you yourself are a celebrity, right? I mean, everybody knows you. I mean, if they ever followed your baseball career to, you know, you've been on, you know, your wife or your ex, your son, like there's a lot of things to follow and call. And then you have artists that may not be even as popular as you. So is that tough to navigate that when you're like, man, I'm popular too? Shit.
I still always take the approach that I'm like the behind the scenes dude. I never was supposed to be in the front. I had just played my 15 years in Major League Baseball. You know what I'm saying? I was coming home to kind of retire, but it was like it was moving slow and people was like, man, you need to jump out front so it can move faster. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, well, cool. But then I got out front and then kind of started like, now, I ain't gonna say liking the role, but just kind of understanding and getting better at it. And that just seemed to become a problem amongst artists, you know what I'm saying? Artists don't want they CEO looking fresh like them, standing next to them, or just anything. They want everybody to just cater to them all the time. And I think early on, that was the problems I had because I go back and look at my pictures and stuff, you know, if you got jewelry on and people saying what's up to you first, or they not just acknowledging they superstar, and somebody else in the camp is getting that, it's a problem. And I didn't understand that. I just came from Major League Baseball, making all-star games and doing all this type of stuff. So when I go to these places, if you see like the behind-the-scenes guys, they usually white people that watch baseball. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna talk to me, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm talking to these people, or whoever, T. Ferris or Megan, and they just see me talking to, they think that's like, I'm violating, you know what I'm saying? Because I shouldn't be saying nothing to nobody. I should be just sitting back, just kind of catering to all their needs and wants, you know what I'm saying? Which we did, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still gotta get out there and learn. I didn't come to this for the money, you know what I'm talking about? I came here for the experience. I wanted to learn all the stuff that I was learning now. I didn't wanna go through this craziness that I went through. I came to learn like everything else that T. Ferris knew and stuff like that. But once again, that's like a hidden little rule that they don't want you learning that neither.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, now it's a different Carl Crawford. Now
Right.
you 10 million plus sold, like probably more than that.
Yeah.
So now how do you approach the game now that you got your cachet? It ain't just baseball Carl Crawford, nigga. I've sold records for
I just got an understanding of how stuff go now, and I try to like keep the distance between me and the artist, and just try to understand them better too. You know, because like I said, I wasn't perfect. I didn't know how to do a lot of stuff at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I had T. Ferris right there. I wasn't expecting my homie to turn on me, you know what I'm saying, and leave me. Basically, what they did to me was equivalent of, you watch Mafia movies?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know when they take that ride in the car? You know what I'm saying? And he's riding in the front seat. You know what's gonna happen. If you riding in the front seat and you got two dudes in the back, you know what's gonna happen. But what happened with me was, you know, normally they shoot you in the back of the head and then they speeding on the freeway or whatever, they throw you out the car and you dead. Well, when they threw me out the car, I didn't die. You know what I'm saying? I didn't die. I had the last little breath that I had, and I didn't know nobody else. T. Ferris took all this contact with me. I only had one contact right there. Tell him I only had one contact, and I didn't know nothing else about the music business. So I just kind of got myself together, and I hit high rod, and we got to work, man. And we built from that moment on. We built to where we at right now, man. So that's why. You know, I could talk like this and explain it to y'all. Now, back then, I couldn't even explain what was going on. Right. And they knew that too. And that's why they ran circles around me and they did me how they did me in the media, because they knew I didn't even know how to explain nothing. Right. So they like took full advantage of that and made me look like I was just this villain guy. Yeah. And because even if I wanted to explain myself, I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? It was like you robbed a baby, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm an adult now, so it's like, you know, you want round two kinda, but you know, I don't want no smoke. I just want to be left alone, you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah.
Would you ever sign another female artist after this?
Of course. I'm in the business. I'll work with them. I'll do business with them again, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just how the business goes, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it ain't even like no emotional. I was way too emotional in the beginning. And by you know, I had good means to be like that, but you know, it ain't no emotion in this stuff. You gotta just do what you gotta do and, you know, fall back, I guess.
What was the hardest artist to deal with for you? Like, just on a personal note, the hardest.
Who was the hardest?
Yeah, the hardest to deal with.
Damn. I feel like, man, I don't even know. I mean, they all just, you know what I'm saying, got like this.
What was the craziest request that they asked you for that you like, man, I ain't doing that?
I don't even think they. What's the request, man? It ain't even the requesting nothing big. It's more so of just like, when you say no, you know what I'm saying? And it won't be nothing. It ain't necessarily nothing big. It's more so like, okay, we've been doing this a certain way, and then you finally say no. You know what I'm saying? Like in Erica's case, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, shoot, she wanted to borrow some money, right? So, okay, I've been lending you and doing stuff like this, but now I'm here, you know, you got this boyfriend in Atlanta, y'all, you living amongst your means, and you want to get money for me to go do that? You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't got it. What you do that for? That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's like one example, but I'm not saying she the worst, because she not the worst, but the worst is just like some people y'all ain't even heard of, not even a big artist. I don't even want to talk about them, but yeah, I done had some crash out, just tripping.
Do you give like advice to your artists about, like, for instance, like Erica Banks, like, man, maybe you shouldn't go deal with finesse 2 times, or maybe that is a good look, or like.
See, the thing is, I don't get in their personal business when they go deal with their little dudes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's one.
Yeah, how much does that affect your investment though?
It does affect it when they make decisions like, you know what I'm saying, like that. And then, you know, you look bad and all that type of stuff. But, you know, I just try to like, I pretty much with them, I just kind of hope that they management teams kind of like be more like, have more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Just
something you can't
able to guide them, you know what I'm saying, the right way. I try to trust their teams, you know what I'm saying, to do right, because At the end of the day, man, I just hate to have to go in and tell a person who not to screw and who to talk to.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't none of my business.
Right. What would you say is the worst decision that Megan made
That she made
dealing with you?
dealing with me. I don't know because everything went so well. Only thing I could say is that, you know what I'm saying, the security team that I had, you know what I'm talking about, they be following everything, you know what I'm saying? And T. Ferris know these guys because he tried to go behind my back and hire them. So
Right.
I know that team right there. Is solid, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Truck. But I can't say what would have happened
Right, that's
what
what I'm
with
gonna
that
lead
night,
to.
but I know with him and his team, had they been with her, from what I hear, they had a fight or whatnot, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like my security team, within that fight right there, it would have just probably been all the way over with. Now, that's easy to say looking back at it right now,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But, because I don't know everything that happened, but.
Did she ever lie to you about anything back in the gap?
Man, like I say, I really wasn't asking her questions to where she can lie to me. I really didn't get in their business, bro.
Right.
Like, I really didn't care what they did. You know
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
They
for you on a personal, like y'all talking, like did she ever? Because people paying her out like, oh, she'd be lying about everything.
Yeah, we never really had conversations for her to lie to me. You know what I'm saying? I never asked her questions to where she, you know what I'm saying? It was more so just kind of like, you know, what time you gonna be at the studio, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We never went too deep. Like I said, we had just met her, and we didn't really know her too long. You know what I'm saying? T. Ferris is the one that tried to act like he had this deep, greater connection because he do that with everybody. That's how he get in. So I ain't gonna front, man. We had just met her. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't know her too good to just be, you know, even worried about little shit like that.
Man, what's the craziest thing you heard online about you during this whole fiasco where you just want to clear it up?
Just like a lot of people be like, you know, they made you and you wasn't nobody before them. That's the craziest stuff to me.
That's crazy.
I'm like, man, I was already $200 million up before I met these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I gotta take this shit from these people telling me how this girl made me, bro. Like, nobody, you know what I'm talking about? I come from Houston, Texas, bro, in February. I come up from nothing, you know what I'm saying? I worked and grinded hard and did everything I was supposed to do to get myself to this level, all to just get bashed by this girl who not even from Houston, you know what I'm saying? And y'all actually believe it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. But I know the new world is real is fake and fake is real, so I'm having problems adapting to that new world order.
Yeah. Just off note real quick. How does it feel to touch 200 million, nigga?
I'm just saying, it feels good, bro, because you know what I'm saying? I worked since I was 8 years old to get to that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I worked hard to get to that. And, you know, like I said, I kind of knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to come and get into the music business. And I executed my plan. I retired. I ain't gonna say I retired early. I still played 14 seasons. Yeah. And the moment I retired, I came into baseball. Yeah. And shit, man, I executed my plan. Right. Now I guess like a lot of people, what I'm hearing is a lot of guys was like, why he coming to our lane? You know what I'm saying? He should have stayed with baseball and this and that. But you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z and all them guys, they got baseball divisions. They got what's they called? Agencies and stuff that sign baseball players. You're not crying, once again, the dick ride and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't crying about nobody switching over into baseball, but you got a problem with me coming into a place where I feel like I can be productive, you know?
Last question, I'm gonna get off of it.
I mean, you know.
When you was kidding with Tory Lanez, did he tell you his side of the story?
Nah, I ain't even asking. Listen, let me tell you about the Tory Lanez thing anyway, though. I was literally leaving out the club, and then Junior was walking in with him, you know what I'm saying? And so we all saw each other, so yeah, it was like, man, what's up? So really, the music was playing, you could tell we really didn't say no. We just said, dapped each other up, and they just started recording, and shit, that was pretty much it. It wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? We knew it was gonna do that. They sent that shit to court so fast, you know what I'm saying? It was like all that.
One more question. The elephant in the room about Megan. Did she snitch?
Did she snitch on who?
Tory.
I mean, I don't
Would you say that snitching?
By saying he shot her?
Yeah.
On Instagram Live though. Like.
I don't know, man. You know, she felt like somebody shot her. Like they gonna say she a woman. She ain't a gangster. You know what I'm saying? She ain't in the streets, so she's a Samaritan. So I guess you have the right to tell. You know what I'm saying?
But shouldn't it be a no-fly zone for Tory in Houston though?
No fly zone?
Like, shouldn't it be like, you can't come to Houston? Like,
who, Tory?
If he really did that, you know what I'm saying? Because the producer jumped out there early, nigga, and was like, oh yeah, we on your ass if we ever see.
I'm like, who, we? Ain't
Jew.
nobody, the G ain't even, I don't even know. Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why he went at that man like that. Like, he don't, you know, but at the end of the day, shoot, there wasn't no fly zone. You see who he was with in the video. He was with South Walker and Junior. So, they supposed to be the two keys of the city. Yeah, he was right there chilling with them. So.
Yeah. Turkey leg hut, man. What the fuck, bro?
My boy
burnt down the whole
Lee.
on 4K. He burnt down the whole club.
Allegedly.
What's
man.
going? That no allegedly, nigga. That's on 4K. That shit the clearest. Hey, I never got the. I ate it one time, bro. But explain the culture for those that don't get the importance of that street. What is it called?
Turkey leg hut.
Just that whole street, bro, is lit. Like,
well, yeah, it's just lit with a bunch of clubs. You know, it's just real cultural down there. You know, you go and see it's just packed every weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's going down over there.
Yeah.
They say don't leave Houston on a Sunday, man.
Nah, for real.
Yep.
Man, say so we got my man in the building, little CEO, man. He got a song, Eater.
Yep.
Eater's out right now, man.
You know what I'm saying?
How did you end up because hey, your track record as far as finding artists and breaking them is impeccable. We literally watched you break a Dallas artist, you know what I'm saying, Erica Banks. We seen it. So I mean, your ear, what was it about him specifically that made you gravitate?
I just wanted to change the energy over at the label, you know? I wanted to bring some youth in. And we had live shows where we listening to music and, you know, we saw 15-year-old Mississippi. What it said, 15-year-old Mississippi on there? Yeah. And when we saw that, we was just like, man, we just want a youngster. You know what I'm talking about? I'm tired of all this other shit. So, you know what I'm saying? We did that and tapped in with him. You know, he had the little tone in his voice that sounded good on the tracks. And so we thought that was a good idea.
Hey, CEO, man, when you see Timberland go online and play your song and go, stop it. Like 5 seconds in and go, oh yeah, that's a hit. Yeah. When you see somebody, Timberland's my favorite producer of all time. So when I pay attention to what he got going on, you know, like when you see that, what does that do for you, bro? Like,
man, it's just a legend stamp. You know, I done got a lot of legend stamp.
Oh, that's
like, I got a lot on from like DJs to, you know, so it's just like, it's a continuously thing. So, I mean, some gotta be going right.
Yeah.
And it always been like that for me, like even from when I first started, from when I first get in the studio producer, like, bro, you hard. I done seen a lot of garbage ass rappers. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, we don't went up step by step by step. Now legends doing this shit, so you know, we got a million songs.
Tell me the girl that inspired the song Eater.
Hey. I don't know what to say. Ooh.
Was she from Houston?
When I made the song, like,
he ain't gonna say who it about.
Nah, you don't gotta say who it is.
I ain't gonna lie, like, nigga, I just wrote the song, you know, like, shit. You feel me? Like, I gotta come with some hard shit. Yeah. But I gotta come different. Yeah. So, you know, everybody says it's a motivational type of song. It was just a motivational type of song. Like, it ain't nigga gotta be about one bitch. It's just like, bitch, I'm that nigga. Yeah. Period. I ain't know none of that, hoe. I'm him. Yeah. That was the whole thing of the song, so yeah.
If you were to say you would go through 10 women, how many of them would you say would be an eater?
All 10.
All 10? You get that type of ratio?
All 10.
Oh, them young.
All 10, man.
10 eaters is crazy.
I knew he was gonna say that too. 10?
Yeah. Carl, that's a lot of eaters, bro.
Man, youngsters, man, they got them on rotation. They got them in rotation, man. You know.
Hey, now, man, you said something funny, right, in one of the interviews saying that your first session with 1501 was trash. Take me through that, bro. Like, how did that go?
It was more so like, man, it was kind of like, honestly, it was the beats and shit. Like, I was used to using YouTube beats, so I'm coming in there with the beats that I want.
Gotcha.
But I ain't had the beats I wanted.
Gotcha.
So I'm going in there like putting shit I got wrote, but then ain't nothing I got the beats for.
Right.
So it's like, I'm like, damn, bro, this shit ain't sounding right. Then it's like, I done made way harder shit than this, and I done recorded for shit. Right. So I'm somewhere where I need to be recording the best I got, and it don't sound like how I want it to sound like. So I was like, this shit went, nah.
So what happened to, what did y'all do to fix that? Like,
Man.
for you, Carl Cry, for you see the first session and then go the way it's playing. What made you stick with it?
Shoot, cause I like I told you, we were looking for the prototype. That's what we was looking for. But you know what I'm saying? I knew he had just went up in the studio. I wasn't in there, you know what I'm saying, or nothing like that. So I wasn't really tripping the first day. I just wanted to bring him down and kind of see him in person. Then I came back to Dallas, you know what I'm saying? We set up put the vibe right how we wanted. Then that's when he came in there and started delivering what we wanted. So, you know, it was just a matter of just kind of setting up everything and getting comfortable and just, you know, letting him go in there and do his thing.
Right. There's another topic I wanted to talk about real quick and just see what your take is. You know, there's like I would say the Sauce Walker and Go Yayo shit.
Yeah.
What are your take on that? What do you
What's crazy is that I just seen him the other night too, but I don't know. I don't know none of the history on it. I literally did a video with CJ Casino and then seeing him and all this stuff started happening. I'm like, oh man. So when I saw Yayo last night, like 2 nights ago, I said, man, hey bro, I don't want to get in the middle of none of y'all stuff because I don't really know. I didn't know it was that deep. I don't even know how it started. I don't even know why him and Sauce Walker going at it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care to know. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at the end of the day, it's unfortunate they two talented guys. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure it's deeply rooted in a way to where, you know, either side don't want to try to fix it, which they probably should. But you know, that ain't none of my business.
Also in the interview, CEO, you mentioned, because if anybody listens to your song, you got a song with Honeycomb Brazy in Too Deep. That's crazy, man. That's like one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
But boy, y'all was dogging some treacherous shit on that song, boy. And you mentioned that when you got to with 1501, you cleaned up the image a little bit. Talk to me about that process of kind of cleaning it up.
I mean, shit, I knew I was gonna have to eventually, like. Yeah. I already knew coming in, like, that was my whole plan. Like, I'ma just rap what I live. I ain't had no money. I ain't got no guns, so shit, but that was going on. So nigga, I'm finna shoot these videos. We finna get every gun we got in these videos. We finna get everybody. We finna turn up and shit. We gonna put that shit out and we gonna just hope that shit gets some more. I put it on a little blog for $50. I put it on like Beezy TV.
Yeah.
Shit like that. You know, little cheap shit, get it out there. It'll do numbers. And when I got signed, like, I already knew I was gonna have to switch it up. Right. Cause you got to if you want some money. But I know the drill and all this shit, that's like a whole little thing that just was going on. Yeah. So I wanted to get that foundation first, and that's what I was living anyway. So this is what I knew, but I want to get that whole foundation as much as I can, juice that up, milk that up, and then when it's time to go industry or, you know, basically this time for industry. Right. Like cleaning everything up, time to get some money. I knew I was gonna have to do that with the label. And they, you know, carried me through that shit. Right. Told you, like, we can't do that. We gotta get monetized. I ain't knowing about monetization, none of that stuff. Right. So like, we gotta get monetized, all that. And it just kept going from no guns in the videos. We're gonna get that right, you know.
Have you ever seen any of the Dallas drill documentaries? Like, they be really...
I ain't seen, like, I hear about it and shit, but I ain't never, like watching one.
Right, gotcha. I was gonna ask, did you ever make one? Did they ever spotlight you on one of those?
Nah.
Okay, cool.
I ain't never just get like in too deep with that shit.
Gotcha. Yeah. So for you, Carl, like when you see, you know what I'm saying, young nigga wildin' but got talent, like again, what says for you to say, all right, man, because again, I think that's dope for somebody to step in on some big brother shit, like, hey, bro, let's clean it up. I see the talent. And like I say, one thing about CEO, he jams. Like if you just put on a song and you don't know who he is, you can be like, this young nigga jams. Like,
see, when I see like people that got like certain things that I have inside of me, like far as work ethic, you know what I'm saying? So I see that, you know what I'm saying? So I see the potential. So that's what I kind of go off of. You know, he has structure at home with his family, you know, where he go home and you know, he had that going on and then I see the work ethic. So I'm like, hey man, you know, I give you options. Like you can keep doing this and this can happen, or you can, you know, channel all that energy into doing this, and then, you know, get big dividends. You know, I'm not coming to deal with y'all to make like little crumbs and stuff, man. I'm trying to show y'all how to get to the bag and like make real money. So if that's your real goal, then, you know, you're gonna let a little of that stuff go. So, cause that's the only way you're gonna get to what we trying to get to over here. Yeah.
So like, you know, coming from you playing baseball and then getting this rap shit, because I was damn near getting in the streets damn near.
Man, what? Hey, damn there, it's treacherous. If I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coming in, it look, you know what I'm saying? It look glamorous from the other side. Cause like I say, all athletes want to try to do it, you know what I'm saying, and vice versa. So it look, it's the glamour is real alluring from the other side, but once you get in and you see that it's nothing to play with.
Right. So do you still want to do this and pursue this?
Oh yeah, it made me, the stuff that happened to me, believe it or not, it made me want to go even more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, bro. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, if the stuff didn't happen, I probably would have been like wanting to be out of it right now. Oh, we done did the Megan thing, and hey man, I played baseball, man, maybe it's time for me to go retire. But when they did that, they struck a nerve like no other. I don't even think like baseball struck a nerve like that. Like this right here, when they went, when Megan and T. Ferris went with they move, oh man, it struck a nerve and it lit a fire like I ain't never had before.
Underdog.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it made me, I have no intentions of quitting right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's to answer your question.
Do you feel like you get the respect that you, because again, you've sold a lot of albums, bro. You found two diamond in the roughs. We saw Megan freestyling.
Yeah, in the industry, they know, everybody know in the industry. Everybody, there's no secret. Hey man, when I'm around in them doors, they like, yeah, you know, we hope you get everything, because that was fucked up what they did. But when you come to like the city of Houston, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, people like, you know what I'm saying, it's still kind of like I still gotta prove myself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like people still kind of like happy, and then they kind of don't really know what happened. Like far as like, shoot, I won my situation. You know what I'm talking about? Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a settlement. I can't really discuss the terms of it, but we had a settlement agreement. So y'all didn't want to pay me nothing. So I got that. So that's a win to me. And I don't remember nobody beating y'all. You know what I'm talking about? So at the end of the day, call it what you want. You gave it to me. I had to be quiet. I gotta be quiet, you know what I'm saying? I can't really discuss, call it what you want, but you know what I'm saying? You paid me what you owe, and I'm gonna take that as a win, and I'm gonna build off that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm doing right now.
Is Rock Nation really like the 800-pound gorilla? Because we saw what they did to Busby, bro. They got him out of there quick.
Man, all I can say about them people, man, is that like, it's just sad, you know what I'm saying? That they even move how they move to like other black people. Like for me, when it was a problem, and I know, yeah, I could, hey, they who they are, billionaires or whatnot, they ain't got to worry about or try to help me. I understand that, but as a person who came from like baseball and all that type of stuff and just kind of was like hoping that somebody can get in the middle and just solve it, and that way two black people can like, she's black, you know what I'm saying, I'm black, and two people can kind of like mediate and do something well. Man, hell no, that wasn't the case. They tried to take everything, you know what I'm saying? I had to fight for my life for 4 years, you know what I'm saying? All kind of crazy stuff. Motion after motion, my bad name in the press, stuff that I just couldn't even defend. So had I not had like a strong mind, you know what I'm saying, I would have went under. But at the end of the day, yeah, man, it's just one of those things. They say that was my initiation into the rap game. Yeah, that was my initiation, man. So if that's my initiation, go on, leave me alone, man.
Bro, you beat the Illuminati, nigga. Huh? You beat the Illuminati.
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying that they paid me what they owed me. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I know that was the main thing. That was the main thing. Megan, they didn't want to pay. They didn't like the part that they had to pay, man. And I don't understand that, because at the end of the day, the whole industry probably grossed over $500 million off Megan. You know what I'm saying? Why you worried about the money I gotta get? You know what I'm saying? These people done made all kind of money off your ass. You know what I'm saying?
So the other niggas don't stand a chance.
I'm just saying the whole industry done made so much money off Megan. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that, why y'all want to take my shit? I'm talking about when they wanted to take it all. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you sign the contract, they fought me and made sure I couldn't get the court for 4 years. You see how they brag about, oh, I'm the Teflon done, but they never would let me get my damn court. Why? Because you signed the contract, and it's nothing to talk about once you do that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do all this other stuff, try to make me quit. They tried to do every little thing they could to make me quit, but I didn't quit because I'm just not like that. They can say, oh, you a baseball player, you ain't built like that. You can say all that stuff you want, but at the end of the day, I stayed in there, you know what I'm saying? I gutted it out. I stayed, and they don't like the fact that I stayed in there. You know, they wanted me to quit.
So when Tory says that Rock Nation tried to railroad him, do you believe some of that stuff? Like some of the stuff that he's claiming?
I'm gonna just say this. I ain't gonna say Cause you know they got a lot of power and they could come fuck y'all show up right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to do that to y'all either. But at the end of the day, it was a lot of similarities to what he went through, to what, you know what I'm saying, how the tactics that they use to try to force you to do what they want, you know what I'm saying, because they got so much power, you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I just think that, you know, it's just fucked up, you know what I'm saying. Like had I not been a baseball player and can, like, you know, like afford to do a lot of the things that they put me through, shit, I would have been somewhere probably sleeping on the side of the road, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Did you ever talk to Half Pint from Dallas with the
Yeah. Were you rock nation to Pint? Hold on,
Hey, man.
That's the question.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
How did that go?
Did you chuck him something? Did you chuck him something?
Man, this the thing, man. I used to see what he said I stole Erica from him, right? I'm like, bro, I didn't even know Erica was signed to you. She drove down to Houston. That girl never mentioned one thing. Huh?
She wasn't signed.
Yeah, she didn't say, she didn't mention nothing about that. I didn't even know who Half Pint was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a clue. All I know is that, hey, I went with, you know what I'm saying, whoever she was supposed to be with, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have their paperwork together and she was saying she wanted to sign the 1501. That's it. You gotta have your black and white in this business. You don't got that, man, you know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at me. She been chilling with you this whole time, you know what I'm saying? And you just sitting there hanging out, probably thinking with your dick or something, you know what I'm saying? And shit, you ain't handling the business. So
right. It just seems like Half Pint really has an ear for music.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that, you know, if y'all was to get together, I think that you could help him out a lot. And I feel like
you probably right. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I don't know, man. You have to ask Half Pint, man. I don't know, man. It's crazy. I don't trip. I do business, man. I don't care. I don't let nothing get in the way for like outside stuff that don't got nothing to do with music. It's just a lot of little stuff with that. But you know, at the end of the day, so yeah, if the right artist came along and they wanted to work, I'm trying to work. That's what I'm here for. I ain't here for nothing else but to like break artists, you know what I'm saying? Try to like change their lives and help people, you know what I'm saying? So
right. What was your first thoughts when you heard Lil CO industry freestyle? When the niggas start shooting at everybody?
Just like, man, we gotta do something, you know what I'm saying? When you trying to break an artist, man, you just tell them, hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? And so, hey, when they brought the song by, I'm just like, you know.
CEO, you was really shooting Carl tough on that song, bro. Is there any specific girl on there that you feel like could take you out the game that you'd just be like, fuck it, I traded all in for this one?
I like Lotto.
Okay, yeah.
Lotto.
See, you know what I'm saying? We know, you know what I'm saying, her situation, so I was a little worried about him saying her name, but I was like, well, you know, YNs,
too.
YNs, you gotta let them just, you know.
They don't give a damn.
Yeah, but they gonna shoot their shot, so, you know, whatever, man.
How do y'all shoot y'all shot? What's the new way to shoot y'all shot?
I don't even.
Y'all niggas be having no fear, bro.
Nah, I just be straight up.
Is it straight through the DM or just?
If it's in a DM, I don't know. I be testing hoes in Spanish and all type of shit in the DM. No rap. They be testing me back in Spanish and shit. Them hoes be going for that shit. But like, if it's real life, like, I ain't never been no type of nigga like that extra game and shit. I just tell her like what it is. Like, I walk up to a bitch, shit, you look pretty, get your number, I'm trying to fuck with you, whatever. This is what that is. But DM and shit, I just be pulling shit out my ass. I just be doing shit. And it work half the time.
But what's the, bro, you was in school and signed. Tell me about that. That's gotta be the craziest to be lit in school, bro.
Hell no. That shit kinda humbled me. For real? Yeah. Cause nigga was on some shit like, bro. Like mine, so I'm going to school, I graduated from Lancaster. Yeah. So I'm going to school with 4-star athletes, 3-star athletes and shit. So it's like, I'm doing shit, but it's like not everybody doing stuff, but it's just like, it's niggas that's, yeah. So this nigga that go to the NFL going here.
Right.
So it's like, you know, so like at first I'm just like, in my head, like when I first got signed, didn't nobody know I first got signed. So in my head, I'm like, man, I ain't gonna say nothing, I'm gonna just let it all play out. If I ain't play out like we do the famous animal for industry, everybody see it. I know everybody see this shit. Motherfucker tell me like, ooh. Then some months later, I'm on some shit like, man, these niggas need to be like jumping up hitting the roof by me and shit around this bitch. And then like when I finally got like the big head a little bit, like I'm just walking around like I just know I'm the shit, smelling myself. Yeah. Like hoe tell me like, bro, like we see you feel me? Like, I went on a lame ass shit with like a big team, like, bro, you need, like, nah, but you know, like, motherfuckers just like, bro, we see you type shit, like,
Yeah.
you feel me? Like, you ain't gotta, like, we see you every day, but they see me every day.
Right.
So motherfucker used to, like, if I was homeschooled or something and you don't see me, then you finally see me, I pop up every couple months.
And it be lit.
Yeah, they like, they go CEO, but motherfuckers knew me, motherfuckers knew I was popping all this shit. But it was just like, we see you every day, so that shit just kind of like just made me realize people just gonna fuck with you for just being like regular, like.
That's
you ain't
right.
gotta try to hold your nuts, no none of this shit. People gonna fuck with you for just being you.
That's hard.
And that's what people like anyway. So that shit just showed me like, just stay yourself, stay level-headed.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Now I just got to throw a wild topic out there just on
Yeah.
some sports shit because the draft is today, right?
What drop?
The NBA draft,
Okay.
right? So follow this, right? Because I be feeling like this shit rigged like a bitch, right? So Dallas trades Luka, right? Out of the clear blue sky at 12 midnight, right? Dallas had a 1% chance to get the top pick. They just got the top pick.
The number 1 pick?
They just got the number 1 pick.
Oh yeah, it's rigged. For sure.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
They don't even make no sense, bro.
It make plenty of sense for the NBA.
What do you think the end game is, bro? I be trying to figure out what the end game is.
I don't know with them, but if I'm a guessing, man, it just seems like the league is going international with the Stars. You know what I'm saying? So they probably gonna draft another international player because that's where all the best players is coming from now. You know, with the skills and the want to win the championships. You know, the American players is falling in love with the lifestyle now. You know what I'm saying? So they not really as hungry as the international players no more. You know what I'm saying? So,
If you was getting NIL money, would you even leave college early? Like
depending on what the next contract looking like. You know what I'm saying? If I got 20 million waiting for me the next year, then I gotta go. But you know, that NIL, what they call it? NIL. Yeah. Yeah, them boys getting paid and shit. I'm already getting my son ready. He 11. Shit.
He's looking like the truth out there.
Yeah, my youngest.
You got an older son that's in the
Yeah, my oldest son, Justin Crawford, he with the Phillies, he in AAA with the Phillies. He should be in the big league this year. And my middle son, he just be knocking them out the park. You know what I'm saying? So he finna, do the same thing. They both finna get paid in the major leagues. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta feel good. So you ain't putting no pressure on them like LeBron.
Nah, because I don't have to, man. They want it just as bad as me. It's like my kids, they come out wanting to just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? They be like, nah, I gotta. Like my son, my middle son, I would try to keep him out of football. I ain't even want him to play, but he done got on me and his mama nerves so bad. He like, yo, you played, and my brother played, and so I need to play. And I'm like, bro, they gonna know you a son of a, you know what I'm saying, famous person. They gonna be trying to tear your ass up, but he like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So he dominating the flag too much. So I told his mama, hey man, yeah, that's too easy for gone. Let's see what he can do, man. They gonna pop him a few times. He gonna let me know if that's what he want to do after that. But he getting ready for it this summer. He gonna be a free agent in football, man. So but I played football too, though. I signed with Nebraska in 1999 when they was the number 1 team in the country. You know what I'm saying? So I just got drafted to play baseball and took the money. But so it's in them. We'll see.
What fame is better, baseball fame or this rap fame?
I mean, everybody love the rap fame, you know what I'm saying? It's more alluring. Baseball, look at me. I was a 4-time All-Star, made over $200 million playing 14 years, and they tell you ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying?
But I always feel like when the women announce they got the baseball player, they saying they like to hold their nuts. Like
they saying it because it's hard to get. That's like the last one to get. They can go get the football and basketball player easy. They can't get. It's harder to get the baseball player.
That's good.
I just happen to be a baseball player that's in tune with the culture. You know what I'm saying? So of course I want to come over there and give somebody a chance, but shit, they know it's hard. They ain't getting no baseball player. And it's only a few of them like me. I think it's what's the guy? What's the kid, man? It's a shame on him.
Chapman, the
he played with the White Sox. You know what I'm saying? He got in trouble with the baby mamas and stuff too. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you gonna get a couple of them got over there. You ain't gonna have too much of that going on over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna. And then like when you do. Like I married one of my cousins off to a baseball player, but you gotta be like, it ain't none of that old like you being out and all that type of stuff. It ain't none of them wives ain't like that over there.
Well, y'all got y'all shit together over there.
Nah, they'll do stuff with stuff together, but they not, you know what I'm saying? We playing 160 some games. They gotta be on point, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got time to be like partying and doing all that other stuff that they be doing over there, you know?
Yeah.
So.
All right, now I'm gonna ask y'all this because y'all both be in Houston and Dallas, bro. We had Lil Kiki on the couch, bro. Yeah. We asked him Frenchies versus Rudy's. So now I gotta ask y'all.
I don't think I ever ate Rudy's. You know what I'm saying?
Little CEO.
Rudy chick.
Yeah.
Rudy chick.
I don't think I ever ate Rudy's. Frenchies be good too, though.
Frenchies good as shit. There you go. Yeah.
I gotta taste Rudy's, man. Where I gotta go give me some of that.
Man, we gonna call Spain right after this motherfucker. We gonna we gotta do that to get the vlog. You got a song with Z in there though. A lot of people credited you for having Z in there. He kind of switched his style up on the song like that. Z in there been going crazy. I'm loving everything he doing right now. How did y'all link up?
Man, the team did that.
Okay.
Yep. I was telling him like we were trying to figure out who we wanted on the song. But it was like it wasn't no drill song, no nigga. Gotta be about some money. We needed a money getting nigga on that song. Yeah. And shit, dope. But you know, I've been listening to the nigga. Yeah. So like, I got somebody gonna make sure this shit happen.
Yeah, that's fire, bro.
Yeah, so I had to get him on one.
Man, you know, one thing I like about the youth is like, y'all are pushing unity. Like them niggas blew off of saying, nah, we gonna get money together. Yeah. Like that's different. Like we haven't seen that in Dallas. So.
Dallas, yeah, that's refreshing. That's cool. But that's what it should be. You know what I'm saying? Be trying to get some money, man. He like a little fresh, little player dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, he switched his style up. He told me, he was like, man, it took me 2 days to do this verse, man. I had to really figure out how I was gonna do it. I was like, well, I'm glad you figured it out, bro, because you came hard on that bitch.
Hard on that bitch,
so
bro.
every time his part comes, you know what I'm saying? He get that feel from the people, you know? Yeah.
What do you think? I feel like Eaters is a #1. I feel like I can really see that really going crazy, bro.
Man, shout out to Tony Draper and Jay Prince, man, because I had to get that sample clear. Anybody know Tony Draper, man? He a shrewd businessman, man. And we had to twist his arm many different ways to get that sound clear. But finally, we got it done, and you know, I told him I'm gonna give him a shout out every time I'm doing the interview because, like you say, we feel like that song is, you know what I'm saying, and we want to give him, you know, his respects and all that type of stuff for, you know, being the person who created all that.
Can we tease the remix?
Yeah, we could tease it in.
Man, tell them who y'all got. Tell them who you got on the remix, little CEO.
No, we got Flipper T.
Oh, man.
Affirmation.
Yeah.
Flipper T. How'd y'all link up with Flipper T, man? Flipper T be going crazy.
Man, you know what I'm saying? We had to get to it. We had to put somebody on there that was going to, you know, deliver it like she did, you know, and she killed it. So.
Yeah, you know, Flipper T, man, again, the ladies love Flipper T. She be going crazy on TikTok. How much is TikTok a part of the strategy when it comes to this?
Well, with us, you know what I'm saying, we haven't been able to like hit that TikTok thing to get us going, you know what I'm saying? Like, it worked with Busted, like, you know what I'm saying, it just kind of happened. But every time we do like some type of TikTok campaign, it really don't work with us as much. But not to say that it won't work for everybody, but you know, we pretty much all the other things, YouTube platform, IG, everywhere else. And we'll still do a little TikTok stuff, but it don't hit for us like everything else.
Yeah. So, CEO, man, tell them like what you got working on. You know, we got an album out right now. Tell them what the album name is.
Self-titled, Lil CEO.
Yeah.
And we got something coming called Money Way Living.
When is that expected to drop?
A real song.
What's it, around Labor Day, huh? Yeah, Memorial Day. I keep saying Labor Day.
Yeah.
Shit.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
Coming real soon.
Yeah.
What can we expect off of that? Like I said, if anybody knows, Lil CL gonna have some fire beats. He gonna have that flow, and you gonna have that bitch rocking. Is it the same type style? Is it different? Like what we expecting on this new album?
Man, he called the name of it, The Money Way Living. It was by my partner that had got killed. We was 16. And, he was just a crazy ass nigga, so man, we Money Way Living, so you know we come with some hard shit. Yeah. So the whole thing, thumping, bumping. Yeah. Feel me? We gonna play that shit, high speed to that shit, all this shit. So that's what we putting up.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah. So want that energy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and for you, Carl, man, you know, it's a lot to talk about the sports niggas jury versus the rappers jury. And clearly Clearly, the sport nigga jury. Where do y'all niggas be going, bro? This nigga shit look ridiculous.
It's a real deal. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, put that bitch in the camera.
Shout out to Iceman Nick, man. Got the whole city on lock. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You just gotta get the real diamonds. No moissanite, no. They say the lab diamonds are real too, but I ain't fucking with no lab diamonds. It's gotta be all what they say.
You want the African struggle on their book.
Yeah. We want them, we want that, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got. You know, it's a Texas thing. You know, all the bosses gotta have their one big chain. You know, it's the culture. So, yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. We got piece of chains. I ain't fucking with yours, not at all. But I done seen somebody try to do something strange just looking at the chain. What is the most crazy reaction you done got when you walked in with that chain?
This right here?
Yes, nigga.
That's like, it don't even really be a reaction. It's just kind of like, look, one time, man, I remember, who was the little kid I had met him for the first time, little King.
Yeah,
he walked up to me one day, he didn't even say nothing, he just said, ooh, well, that's that real one right there. Said, hey, man, get my shit, man. That little nigga there. Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? That happened to me one time. But, you know, a lot of times, you know, because people want to, you know, so much fake stuff going out here a lot of times. So when you ain't looking, every now and then somebody will just kind of tap it or just do that because they want to see if it's like how it feel, if it's real or not. Yeah. Like, yo, it's real, bro.
Yeah. He said, nah, it's authentic.
Yeah.
Do y'all be judging niggas that be having the fake shit?
Let us know about it. Man, my partners, they be like telling me all the time. I be like, yo, that nigga shit was fake. They be like, nah, man, that shit fake. I like, bro, ain't no way. I say, bro, niggas ain't scared to like getting caught, you know what I'm saying? I'll be too scared. Yeah. Somebody gonna notice, bro, and they gonna just fuck my whole little image up with that. So I don't even play, but apparently a lot of niggas wearing fake jewelry, man, and I don't, you know.
How does it work when you giving out like chains and like, and then they?
Well, I don't even give out chains no more because I did that so much early on that was just like a bad thing to do. Because once a nigga get a chain, it really do fuck with their psyche. You know what I'm saying? And they become a whole different person. You know what I'm saying?
Like, take us through that. Like, okay, boom. You put the chain on the nigga. Then what happens?
Hey, instantly, they somebody else. Hey, when you get them chains, they instantly become somebody else, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like they superpowers or something. They become like a superhero or something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And shit, they get the bucking you after that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it go.
You have to get them back.
They don't get them back. Whenever you want them back, they miraculously something happened to it. Oh man, this happened or this and that happened. Then you'll hear reports about, oh, the nigga was wearing that shit still the other day. He still got. Man, y'all gonna have them. Then a lot of people pawn. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like early on, when I was getting them shit, I was riding around local pawn shops in Houston, nigga. 1501 chain all through them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, on the north side. Yeah, so that's why I really stopped getting them in. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, I gotta see an artist really merging to do something before I do that again. Even to the point with him, for a while, they was like, bro, you gotta get the chain now. I'm like, man, we gonna wait a little bit longer. Shit, I wanna make sure, cause I already know how I do the mentality get once they get that ice around there.
How did T.O. act when he got that?
Oh yeah.
He turned up. He was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, he you know, like I said, man, it's just one of them things. Well,
because this was a little icier than the other ones that you was getting.
Because it had been a while, and I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, just from being around him, you know, and working with him, I didn't feel like he was gonna be one of them artists that kind of turned once they got a change. You know what I'm saying?
T.O., how old are you?
19.
Yeah, you couldn't tell me shit if I had to change like that.
So you see, he had cool. See what I'm saying? That's what we be telling. We be like, bro, if anybody else be sitting right here, they be turned. But that's one of the reasons why I was able to do it, because I feel like he was responsible enough to, like, you know, take care of it, and it wasn't gonna be like, no, oh man, I got a chain now. I don't gotta work or do nothing. As long as I got this chain, I'm good. You know, because that'd be the mentality a lot of times.
Hey, so, you know, I heard you mention in the interview you might go to TSU. Did you ever enroll in college? And if so, how's it been being in Houston with a 1501 chain on in college?
We got so busy, bro. I had to go on, canceled it.
Yeah, I feel
we got so busy.
I wanted him to come to go to TSU, to go to school just to be, you know, walking around.
Yeah.
And, you know, getting that vibe or whatnot. But, yeah, so we
going crazy now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what's up, though. But like for you, like what's been the best part of your journey so far in this music?
It's just the whole journey. Like it's just everything. Cause that's gonna make me appreciate the big shit. Cause I'm remember when I was doing the small shit.
Right.
Like I remember cause like when I like I'm the type of nigga like I ain't gonna say I don't appreciate nothing, but I'm the type of nigga like I just always got the bigger picture in my head.
Right.
So I always try to keep moving. I ain't never gonna stop. I'm always try to keep getting to the bigger picture. So if I fumble something or something happen and I'm like, damn, then I'm gonna look at the small shit and be like, man, I remember like, then when I could bounce back, I'm like, man, I remember I ain't even like, and that shit just make a nigga feel better. So it's just a journey of understanding like, well, everything I'm doing is gonna be 10 times bigger, but you gotta experience shit like that, cause it's just like taking a loss. Like you can't go nowhere and you took no loss.
Right.
Cause then when you lose, you ain't gonna know how to bounce back or none of this shit, you gonna be stuck. So when you know how this shit feel from the bottom, you ain't gonna never wanna go back first time when you get there. Yeah. But you gonna remember where you was and you gonna keep your mind right to stay there.
But I be wondering too, like, I mean, you're sitting right next, like he's with you in this journey. That's gotta feel a little different when you got the person that believes in you, that's signing you, that he's a beast himself beyond music. Like you can just chop it up with him about regular life shit. He might could give you advice on. What does that feel like to be able to just, hey Carl, bro, just talk to him about anything for real?
Be honest, it's a blessing. Cause a lot of niggas ain't got that. A lot of people gotta like go through a lot of shit. Like I was given a chain. You feel me? Like prior, I ain't had no chain. I ain't have a lot of shit. Like the nigga, basically, I'm riding Sprinter vans here where a lot of niggas gotta jump through hoops to even get in one. Yeah. So it's like, I took a step quick. Like I ain't even had no hits on none of this shit before I signed. I ain't had none of this shit. But a nigga took his time with me and believed in me. Yeah. So with him, I took them steps quick. But I understand like you can't get too big-headed with the shit cause I ain't had no hit. Yeah. So it ain't like I'm just doing this shit myself. Somebody helping out with this shit.
And that's why, Carl, I see why you be pissed off, because, bro, no, because I was thinking about this. This nigga don't even, look. Nah, for real, bro. Because I was thinking about this. Damn, my nigga really, is doing artist development. Like, you really not, you really hit, you, from every story from Meg to, nigga, you really, got in the dirt with him.
I jump out there. That's part of my specialty, jumping in there before, you know what I'm saying, anybody else do. So I can say that, you know what I'm saying, we did that. And show the work that we did, but boy, it's just man, crazy. We always the bad guy at the end for whatever reason, man, and it just ain't right. Cause you know what I'm saying, we go through the most. Yeah. But at the end of the day, man, it's like, it just kind of comes with the territory and, hey man, do you want it or not? Yeah. That's it. That's really what it comes down to, yeah.
Man, let's talk about before we get out here, the new 1501. What is the structure look like? Are you looking for more people? What we got going on in 1501 right now? Is there more artists? Yeah, we got a whole new wave of artists. We got a country artist. We got a Hispanic guy. Got a pop. we got a pop artist. You know what I'm saying? CEO. We signing more. You know what I'm saying? More artists and stuff like that. We just really want to create a culture down there, or not even just in Houston, just in the South, to where if you talented and you really believe in yourself and the energy match with 1501, we want to sign you. That was my whole goal for coming in the beginning, was just to come in and try to change people's lives. Somebody changed my life for me when I was young. So I always felt like that was my calling to do that back to other people as many times as I can. I didn't come to the music business to try to find one artist so I can hang on their coattail and hope that they, you know what I'm saying, take me with them everywhere. I came to make plenty of artists, you know what I'm saying, change many lives into that's the way I wanted to give back. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they'd be like, "Oh, why you didn't make you a baseball player? You need to go do some baseball camps and stuff like that." Well, it's just one of them things I just didn't want to do. I have to have something. I want to do. I gotta have a passion. I just play baseball and I teach my sons and stuff like that. And if they want to do camps one day, that's fine. But for me personally, that's just not something I wanted to do. And I could be doing that, and someday I probably still will do that. You know what I'm saying? But right now, people, you need to just quit the music business. You need to just go focus back on baseball. Well, wow, I done got this far. I done found y'all a star. I done found you another one, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Why y'all want me to quit, man? What am I doing? Like, cause everybody always want to judge me off one of these. Every time one of these artists get mad and say something, you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm getting judged off. But you don't understand. A label has 100 artists. They all get mad at the label. You just don't know those people name who run those labels.
Right.
So they ain't yelling out. They might say, oh, well, fuck Universal or fuck Warner. You don't know. They not saying fuck the boss who run the shit. Right. But you just know it's me at 1501. So you see me beefing with an artist, which they do this all the time in the music industry. Like, oh, look at him. He doing this with another artist. He need to quit. He need to just leave this alone. But guess what? I ain't leaving it alone. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know that I can help others and do something well, and you know, I just want to show my side of what I would have did once we create another superstar. You know what I'm saying? Because it's coming. Yeah.
What stops you from just jumping on some Birdman shit, just jumping on some tracks, nigga? You look like a rapper.
Man,
you can't be worse than Birdman, nigga.
Tony Neal keep telling me that. He's like, man, you the artist, Carl. You need to. I'm say, nah, bro, this the problem. That's why niggas hating on me and stuff. They already think I want to do that. I don't want to do none of that stuff. I just like to look fresh and fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to look cool coming out the house.
Man, if you had, give me 4 bars, Carl. Huh? You got to give me 4 bars, nigga.
I can't rap, man. You know what I'm saying? I have to give me a ghostwriter or something. You know what I'm saying? That kind of know my personality and write me something. But at the end of the day, like I said, I never try to rap, do none of that stuff. I never try to get in that lane there. But I think people think I really want to do that, so they get to hating on me and saying I'm this and that. When I just really like to look cool and fresh. That's it.
Yeah. Next time you get in that booth, ask yourself, what would Birdman do, man? Get in that bitch, man.
Birdman got Lil Wayne writing his verses, man. Shoot.
Man. Nah, man, man, you know, again, man, Carl, every time you pop out, you know we supporting you, bro. You man, early on, you fuck with us, bro. You been thugging with us for so long, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep thugging, man, because this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I ain't really get a chance to show my talent. Everybody else, from T. Ferris, he got what he wanted, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to be back up there. Megan became the star, and you know what I'm saying? I'm becoming who I want to be, So it's like, we all still got everything that we wanted. So I don't understand why we had to go through that craziness, you know what I'm saying? Right. We really didn't have to go through that, but they wanted to see me suffer. Kudos, y'all saw it for 4 years. You ain't gonna see that no more. So,
but on some, you know what I'm saying? But on some petty shit, do it feel good that you got their best work?
Got what best work from
you?
You
got the best work is on 1501. So
that definitely feels great. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they wanted. At the end of the day, it was all about a catalog. That's what Rock Nation wanted. You know what I'm saying? That's what all them people over there wanted, and they was willing to do whatever it took to get me out the way. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I said, I just stood my ground, and shit, that's my lesson. I want to tell the people, yo, man, if you got the will and the means to keep going and fight, keep going. And I know it's easy to say, but you know, you just got to keep on fighting, bro, if you can, because you know they will take you under. This place will take you under. Anybody that's thinking about coming into the music business, you better come with a bunch of money. I know that.
Rainwater, he always says. He's dealt with a lot of female artists. And he says, I'm not dealing with no more female artists unless I'm knocking her down. Yeah. Do you feel like that at all? Like,
now see, that's the thing with that. I'm glad you said that, because you know what I'm saying? Like that's when you know it ain't finna work. Mm-hmm. And that's what I knew. You know what I'm saying? I knew that you can't do that with the artist. You know what I'm saying? I watched enough movies to know not to do that shit. Right. So from the Megan situation, people don't believe I never dealt with Megan and all like that. They think since I did all that stuff, he mad because he probably was, you know what I'm saying? No, me and Megan never had no type of sexual relationship, nothing. Me and Erica, same thing, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, just never did that. I understood that you can't do that. Like
Did you ever try to throw it at you?
Man, I'm gonna just leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone.
She lived with you for 10 months, nigga?
Hey, look, you sound like them niggas out there, man. 10 months? Nigga, 10 months? Fuck that, nigga. Nigga, hell nah. We know can't nobody stay in the high with that nigga. Not for no 10 months. Nigga, you fuck, man. Nah, bro. I ain't do none of that. I don't do none of that stuff. When I know I can make money with you,
nah, please.
I'm gonna stay on my 10 toes. Megan was the same way. You know, I ain't never deal with these people. I treated them like they was my little cousins, little sisters and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. I just knew. So when niggas would be with Megan and thinking that they hiding stuff from me. Oh man, bro, I don't care. Go talk to her, Erica, whoever, bro. But at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? We got to figure out how we can capitalize off you doing all this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That was my whole thing.
What's the best way, like for anybody that's signed a female artist, what's the best way to deal with them?
To deal with a female artist?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like for me personally, okay, you know, I probably should have just got like T. Ferris, he knew he was seasoned. Yeah. I didn't know why he was getting all in making business. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, why you always in women shit? You know what I'm saying? Like you under her all the time and this and that. But what he was doing was he was getting close to her, he was getting to know her, he was learning every single thing about her. And he didn't tell me that point. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that. Now, I don't want to be all in their business, but I know I gotta know a little something. I can't like be just clueless to, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers flying out to private jets to go meet niggas and do all kind of shit. And nigga, I wouldn't know nothing about it, which I didn't care, mind you, you know what I'm saying? And but shit, I was like, yo, it look crazy when niggas coming back saying, yo, hey.
Yeah, we.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, huh? All right, cool. That's what's going on. But shit, hey, whatever. So for me personally, hey man, I just learned to kind of like get in there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just know the basics about their life a little bit and just try to like, you know what's going on a little bit more. Cause not knowing nothing, you would get circles ran around you. You know, that's what happened to me in the beginning. Yeah.
Any shout outs?
I don't know who I want to shout out. Who you want to shout out, man?
Shit, I'm a family, I'm a partner, man. Shit, I got tired of shouting niggas out individually, bro. That shit. Why you ain't shout me out?
I don't know. I ain't shouted out my neighborhood in a long time, man. You know, Hardy Street. I ain't been over there in a while, but you know what I'm saying. You know, I'm gonna bring all the energy back over there soon. And, you know, we just gonna roll this thing and keep it going. 1501, that's where it come from right over there. I'm gonna give a shout out to the real 1501 address.
And if anybody's trying to sign to the label, or how do they get to you? Like,
pretty much, you know, I got my A&Rs and stuff now, you know what I'm saying? You can DM the page. You know, of course, if you run into me, you know what I'm saying, you can try that way. Yeah. But pretty much just try, you know, I got Onyx is one of our assistants, Darren. You can even try with Hot, you know what I'm saying? Different ways, and if we feeling something, then we'll see what's going on.
That's hard. You know, like I said, man, if ain't nobody gonna give you their flowers, I'm gonna give you your flowers, bro. I watched you come to the hub, break artists. I watched you jump out of Sprinter vans at the weed spot. I watched you jump out of many sprinters promoting artists, bro. Like really trying your hardest to promote artists. You done sold over 10-some million albums, bro. Bro, if anybody's looking for a record label, bro, your name should be mentioned, especially in Texas. You are a legend out here, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, this is the best part. Carl Crawford, little CEO, y'all are some real life street stuff.